What is going on, guys? DBG here. And today, we're going to be talking about Christmas. It's Christmas Day, lads. And we're going to be talking about Christmas Day in my team. We're going to be talking about the most controversial thing that ever happened on Christmas and how it shaped the landscape for today. So, why am I making this video? I watched a video from Shake. The best My Team video of the year, including the documentary. His video was better. But a lot of people are very confused about what exactly happened in that scenario. And I'm going to explain it in a lot of detail. Shake's was just an entertaining video, and there's a lot of people even people that were around back then, that don't remember exactly how this thing went down. And I personally was obviously in the community. I had like 70,000 subscribers at the time. And if you guys don't know, in terms of memory, if there was ever a My Team memory test, in terms of YouTubers, we could do a My Team chase, and I could be the chaser, and I would probably beat the rest of them combined in My Team memory. If we did a My Team chase, and I was the chaser, I'd have them caught straight away. That is how good the My Team memory is. May not be the best player, but thankfully my brain's used for something. But we're going to be going all the way back to the very start. And we're going to be talking about Christmas, because there was not always stuff on My Team at Christmas. And what happened on the 25th of December 2018 was the start of it all. So, the only real Christmassy thing that we saw a locker code for Kobe Bryant that came out around the 20th of December in 2K14. I'm pretty sure there might have been I think there was a Shaq locker code in 2K15, but we didn't really see anything in 2K16, 2K17, or 2K18 for that matter. We just didn't see any content during that time. In 2K18, they stopped putting cards out. They gave us a Kobe Bryant, like diamond, pink diamond and stuff, and then we didn't see any cards until like the 7th of January or something, where they gave us 34 moments cards. So 2K obviously they're all off work at this time. And up until that point, there was never such a thing as Christmas Day content. It just didn't happen. So no one ever was in work with 2K, and that was expected. But then, in 2K19, we all woke up to a locker code tweeted by Shake and Bake. What ended up happening was, basically, I think there was someone who got a pair of shoes. People were saying it was for like the McFarlane toy. And the McFarlane toy was one thing. There was one specific person who got the code, and he had it with a pair of LeBron shoes, because I remember the picture vividly. He had it with a pair of LeBron shoes, and he messaged Shake saying, "I've tried this on 2 accounts and it works. This might be a locker code." So Shake then posted a tweet, and this is at like 7 a.m. his time. It's like midday my time. He posted the tweet saying, "LeBron James, pink diamond LeBron James is here." So like, this was the locker code. Like, it wasn't like it was the normal code. Like, just a bunch of random things. So as you guys can see here, congratulations, you've received your pink diamond LeBron. And this was on my account, as you can see. My before I was the fake DBG, then I'm not DBG, and then One Way Mick, and then now better than HDB, I was Michael Curley 96. My name and year, very creative. But you guys can see right here, pink diamond LeBron James. Pink diamond LeBron James. And this card here was the most hyped thing we had ever seen. Like, look at the views. 57,000 views. Cash Nazi made a video about this situation. He got like 2.5 million views. It was silly how hyped this was. This was just so hyped. So these cards, like, got 19 golds, and his stats were okay. Like, if you look at My Team, this was My Team. This was actually My Team at Christmas. There were diamonds in this game. Like, there were pink diamonds in this game. This was My Team at Christmas. I was using a Sapphire Center. This was my actual team at Christmas in 2K19 on my main account. My God, lads. I didn't even do a No Money Spend series this year. This was my actual team. Wow. My team sucked. But what ended up what was the biggest thing about this? And this is why we were all arguing that was a really good thing. Because See this card right here, LeBron James. Go back to 2K Essential. First of all, if somebody is really good with computers, can we please archive this website? Can someone who knows what they're doing please archive this website? Because I actually think that it's very, very likely that this site goes down very soon. And we need this just for historical purposes. But like a 76 open shot 3, 87 lateral quickness, not great rebounding, not a good steal, not a good block, 85 driving dunk, 83 speed of ball, 88 speed. He doesn't look very good. And previously, on the 19th of November, we had a moments card for LeBron. And also on the 15th of November. So we got 2 moments cards in a week for LeBron. And look at this LeBron right here. A little bit lower speed, but a 90 three-pointer. So this one has 76, then we have a 90 three-point LeBron. Even though his dunk is a little bit less, still a 90 three-pointer. Definitely, this LeBron played better in game. And then this was back when moments cards actually reflected their game. So this LeBron here had a 90 three-pointer, a 1 meter dunk. So they're almost the same card, except this one had an 86 block instead of like a 75 block. So, in reality, especially when you came to the Hall of Fame badges, these badges were so cheap in this game. You could add any badge to any card, but not having extra gold badges didn't matter. This LeBron in-game played better than this LeBron, because this was his 3-point stat mattered. So, what ended up happening was that a bunch of people, not even people that had this LeBron, were pissed. Because they were like, okay, we already have the better LeBron. And when this card came out, everyone was like, or even in gameplay videos, people were like, this is the best free Christmas gift ever, 2K. And then I remember I made a video breaking it down, and I'm like, this is really, really cool, because this LeBron is not better than the LeBron in packs. So 2K, this was my assumption. This LeBron is not as good as the LeBron James in packs. So everyone who wants the LeBron James in packs, or everyone who wants the best LeBron James, is still going to have to get the card that was in packs. And then, if you wanted to tactically downgrade your LeBron, you could. So this LeBron here dropped from, I think it was like 200k to around 120k. It's not like he even dropped that much, because he was still clearly better than this LeBron in game. Because 3-point mattered that much in that game. And dunk animations matter more than dunking stats. So he was definitely better. So I don't even think there was anyone really that was upset. But then a lot of new players got this LeBron, especially guys picking up the game for Christmas. A lot of kids whose LeBron was their favorite player ended up getting this LeBron right here. And what ended up happening was this is back, a lot of people put diamond shoes on LeBron. They put diamond shoes and they put diamond contracts. And as far as I'm aware, you could not buy diamond shoes on the auction house in NBA 2K19. Diamond shoes gave a +5 to every stat. They gave, instead of, whereas now diamond shoes max out a +4, last year they were +3, in 2K20 they were +3, in 2K18 they were actually +9, but in this game they were +5. So a lot of people put diamond 3-point shoes on him. So they put the diamond 3-point shoe, which gave him a better 3-point shot mid-range and just made him a lot better of a card. But those diamond shoes, if you guys don't remember, they weren't auctionable. And they were only able to be pulled by packs, so they were so rare. If you had a diamond shoe, it was so rare. So it wasn't even the amount of MT. They were just so rare in game. There were none of these diamond shoe packs that we have now. That you would only ever put a diamond shoe on a card if you really were serious about it. Because you might only get 3 diamond shoes an entire year. So only people wasted their diamond, or use their diamond shoes in this LeBron, use their diamond contracts. I think diamond contracts were the same. I'm not 100% sure, but I think diamond contracts were not auctionable in this game. I think 2K20 was the first time they were auctionable. So people were putting non-auctionable stuff in onto this card, which was worth a lot more than people gave it credit for. And then, we all know the story. The next day, the Grinch that stole LeBron happened. The next day, the Grinch that stole LeBron happened. For lack of a better word, lads, the Grinch came in. And there was a huge back and forth on Twitter. And like, I'm one of the people that will always kind of defend Ronnie. Ronnie made 2K look bad that day. So what ended up happening was, during the night, throughout the entire, all of Christmas Day, in fairness, Ronnie was on Twitter the whole of Christmas Day. And what he did was, he was just there. I'm pretty sure he hinted that the cards were going to be taken away. I'm pretty sure he was telling people, oh, don't put diamond contracts on the cards. People weren't listening. Because everyone's like, oh, what the hell are they going to do? Tens of thousands of people have redeemed the card. First of all, they actually sent someone in. They sent someone in to work on Christmas Day to change the locker code so that this LeBron no longer came out and it was a free agent LeBron. And then, because they screwed up and did that, that was where the screw up happened. Everyone thinks, oh, they came in, the real Grinch thing was sending someone in to take out LeBron's away. And that was the worst thing they did. But making it a free agent LeBron was where they had to take it away. Because then, everyone who got the game and thought, oh, we're going to get a free LeBron James, 96 overall, they typed it in and got a free agent and they got annoyed. So then, to appease those people, they had to take it away from everybody else. So everyone remembers the one bad decision they made of taking the LeBrons, but they don't remember why they had to take the LeBrons. They stupidly decided to change this to a free agent card. Change the pack to a free agent card and take away all our LeBrons. And the precedent was crazy because there have been plenty of glitches where people got cards and they were like, keep them, such as the 2K18 Shaq glitch. This is the first time they actually did it. But they actually sent someone in to work on Christmas Day. This, it was unheard of. 2K never released content. Not only did 2K never release content on Christmas, 2K never released content near Christmas. They never released content around the Christmas period at all. But then, after the Grinch stole our LeBrons, there was uproar. There was carnage. There was millions of views. There were people going berserk. And Ronnie's response was, when people were complaining about losing their diamond contracts, diamond shoes, he goes, you shouldn't have put he said something along the lines of, you shouldn't have put diamond shoes on a card you never were supposed to have owned. Like, what? How the hell? No one, nobody that typed in this code, aside from a very small percentage of us, the likes of myself, Shake, guys that kind of were in the know, there was maybe 1% of players knew that this code should not have been out there, knew that it was a leaked code. Whereas 99% of people, of the probably hundreds of thousands that typed in this code, Shake's video has 200, 300,000 views, mine is 50,000. Of the hundreds of thousands of people typing this code, I'd say 99% had no idea that it was illegitimate. So they had no idea. And then they had the face of a game that they probably just bought for Christmas telling them, you illegally obtained a card, it's your own fault. So this is like 2K pure nightmare. So what did 2K do? They decided to release Moments cards in packs. And you guys know how this went. This is before, obviously, everything cleared up. On Stevens' Day, 26 December, they released these cards in packs. To say there was carnage when we saw this, my God. It wasn't as bad as now, because the whole VC is the devil thing wasn't as big of a deal back then. And in fairness, there was no one as outspoken against VC like myself that was in a position of that much prominence. And my mentality has gone way more against VC in the last number of years. But there was carnage. The fact that there was carnage about these cards back then, and this Paul George was brilliant. Bradley Beal was okay. Kyrie, Luka's first Moments card. People, they thought, oh, let's just give us packs. No, people went crazy. People got even angrier. There was boycott 2K, people were boycotting these packs. And it wasn't even again, people like myself. This was back when Cash was playing this game. This was back when guys like Birdman were playing 2K. Full-on boycotts of VC from people that actually mattered. And no offense to us right now, Shake mattered Shake, in the grand scheme of things, Shake's pulling in 150,000 views of video at times. Yeah, that's a big deal. Guys like myself, I'm pulling in 10K if I'm lucky. I don't matter. I can rant as much as I want. It's not going to actually change anything. But there was so much uproar about my team back then, because this was before the game died, with this specific situation right here, that Ronnie had to go on stream and say, we're giving you codes, we're giving you codes. So they're in a scramble then. The devs are there not knowing what to do. They sent someone into work to take out our bronze, and then they went and released a bunch of Moments cards to try to appease us a few days earlier than they were meant to have released them. Then they were going to have released Moments cards, and then they're scrambling for this code because they don't know what the hell's gone on. So what ended up happening was, then they released these locker codes, and everyone got error coded on everyone. Nobody could type in the codes, so everyone got error coded. And then they went and released this right here. A couple of days later, a week later, if you got error coded, back in 2K19, if you got error coded on a code, you were never allowed to type it in again. So many people were typing in these codes that everyone got error coded. And what ended up happening then is they released new codes a couple of weeks late, or a couple of days later, on like the 3rd of January. And what actually ended up happening was a whole bunch of people were able to type in these codes twice. Like, this was the original code here, and this was the original code here. Whereas these two were the, if you previously tried and received an error. There were some people that were able to type in this code and they got it twice. And then at the same time, there were some people that were not able to get either of them, which is hilarious. But at the end of the day, what these codes were the two greatest codes we had of all time. They were the two greatest codes we had ever seen. So, the first MT code, 25k, 30k, 40k, 50k. So every new player, yeah, we lost to LeBron, but you gained at least 25k MT. But then, the big code. The big code, lads. Giannis, Ben Wallace, Allen Iverson, Blake, Magic Johnson. Magic, 100k. Blake Griffin, 100k at the time, dropped to about 80k. Ben Wallace, 75, 80k at the time, dropped to about 50k. Allen Iverson, 80k at the time, dropped to about 60k. Giannis Antetokounmpo, however, 500k at the time, dropped to 300k. I got Giannis, held him for 2 months, sold him in February for 700k, and I never needed another cent. I never needed to buy to buy VC for the rest of the year. That's all I needed was that Giannis to sword me for the year. The greatest locker code we had ever seen came out of what was one of the biggest carnage situations ever. And then, what has happened since then? What has happened since then? For those of you guys wondering. So, in NBA 2K20, afterwards, it has now become tradition. The Christmas Day locker code in 2K19 on the 25th of December was an accidental locker code that was released. But since then, it has now become tradition. So on the 24th of December, a Zion Williamson card popped up into the game. And this Zion Williamson card was part of the Christmas code in NBA 2K20. That Christmas code included Peja Stojakovic, who was a gatekeeper at 600k. It included a Wilt Chamberlain card, a David Thompson card, and it also included John Stockton, who were all pink diamond cards and were all worth 100k at the time. And then, if we want to look at the 2K21, 21, I clicked the wrong URL. Roster update, screw it. Let's look up. Actually, wait, I can go to 2KDB. I can go to the better database site here. If we want to go to 2K21 then, we had something very, very similar. We had on the 24th of December, an Allen Iverson card popped up. And that Allen Iverson card was part of the Christmas Day locker code as well. So where they gave us a guaranteed pink diamond. However, the Christmas Day locker code was not as good last year, I will admit that. The locker code was Jason Williams, Devin Booker, Dirk Nowitzki. It was a bunch of cards. So, we saw new reward card, or a new non-auctionable card be added in 2K20 and 21. Whereas this year, however, on Christmas Eve, which was today, we didn't see anything new. We did not see a new reward card. Which means, who knows the way tradition is going to go. I assume there's going to be a Christmas Day locker code. And if there is a Christmas Day locker code, we have to thank the guy who found this. Because there's been no history. People always talk about the tradition of the Christmas Day locker code. That tradition was started by this right here. By this blunder from 2K. By this crazy situation. Caused the biggest carnage in the history of my team, where they took our LeBrons. You had articles written, you had commentary YouTubes, you had people who didn't care about 2K talking about it. It was carnage. Followed by the two greatest locker codes we'd seen at a time. Followed by a new tradition of Christmas Day locker codes. All's well that ends well, lads. But we will never forget the time 2K came and stole Christmas. So anyway, that is the video. Obviously, it's not like a shake and bake video where I broke it down the story. I'm going very much in depth on how 2K stole Christmas, the entire story about it, the entire tradition of 2K on Christmas, and how everything has come to be in 2021. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.